Well, what do we have here? What's up, everybody? Welcome in. Happy Sunday. Happy Mother's Day Sunday. Hope y'all are doing well. What's up, Outlaw? Congratulations on that first. What's up, Linux? How you guys doing? Welcome in on this Sunday, May 11th, 2025. I hope you guys have had a great weekend. I've had a pretty decent weekend myself. Pretty chill. The wife and kid and the moms went to get their nails done and all this other stuff yesterday, so I had kind of a free day, which I spent most of it asleep. I'm not proud of that, but it happened. What's up, Crossfire? How you doing? I have a lot of sounds in my ear right now. I need to get rid of the loudest one, which is the game. Which, speaking of the game, we're going to be playing Oblivion again, the remaster on the PS5 Pro, because I have a PS5 Pro. I have to point that out. But anyways, the moms and the kid, my mom, my mother-in-law, my wife, and my child to stay till later dinner. I'm playing a Turtles. Nice. What did you have for dinner? We went and had breakfast this morning, and then I made a cheap hot dogs and macaroni and cheese dinner tonight. Because, you know, money. But the moms and everybody got to go a couple hours away to a fancy, swanky salon and got to do a bunch of stuff and shop and eat at a Italian food truck and all this stuff yesterday for essentially Mother's Day. And my wife still bought me stuff, which was amazing. She bought me some Dr. Pepper jelly beans, which were actually really good. And she also bought me, because she went to Waco, and if you don't know the history of, yeah, that's what Lil C actually enjoys doing. I personally, I like having a hot dog in a bun as well as in the mac and cheese, especially Kraft. It's all ooey gooey and stuff. It's just perfect. Let me snooze this ad break. So yeah, she bought me that, and then of course it was down in Waco, Texas, which is where like the Dr. Pepper Museum is, and there was another like bottler in Dublin, Texas, that up until a few years ago was permitted to still bottle their own like Dr. Pepper, even though they weren't necessarily part of Dr. Pepper. But Dr. Pepper had, for some reason, decided to not allow them to do that anymore. So, but they're Dublin, Texas craft sodas. This may not show up on stream because I think the label's green. If not, then we'll go to a different scene. But it's Dublin, Texas root beer craft soda. Yeah, I see the label's getting all messed up. Let me get on a different scene here. So I'm gonna be trying that right now because it's cold. It was warm when you got it. This bottle was 3 1/4, man. If you can see the label there. But pretty cool stuff. We're gonna give it a shot. There's our bottle cap. But that'll be good. I'm hurting, man. To be honest with you, I had probably one of my worst pain days today. And we tried to go grocery shopping, and I was a total liability in the process, which I'm not really too happy about, but it is what it is. But I also have this like beer bottle koozie thing that I acquired like a few years ago as I think it was like a white elephant or maybe the wife bought it from, I don't remember how I got this thing. And so it's insulated, and you put your bottle in here. It pops out the top, and you screw in the bottom. And then to keep your stuff fresh, it's got a screw on top. So between sips, it'll keep it cold. It's pretty neat though, man. I've never actually gotten to use this because I'm not a beer drinker. I used to be. But I didn't drink a lot anyways. I never drink a lot. Which is part of why I quit, because I was like, well, what's the point, you know? We'll take the label off. But yes, I got a nice little beer bottle koozie thing. It's kind of cool. And I got a bottle opener that I never use because I don't drink out of beer bottles anymore. But this is a root beer bottle, non-alcoholic. How are you doing, Outlaw? Yeah, my pain was pretty rough today. I'm not gonna lie about it, but hopefully it's not like that permanently. 'Cause it's not like that every day, but even just walking around Walmart just freaking killed me, man. It was just crazy. My knee was just so freaking sore today. Yeah, I wonder if that's partly because of my like wacky ass sleep schedule. I wouldn't say mine's been at 10. I know yours is pretty rough. I'd probably put mine at like 7, which may be 10 on a lot of people's scale, because I do tend to like, I don't know. I'm usually able to handle pain pretty well. I gotta make sure I get this cap and then just fly off somewhere. I do like it. I've had Coke Zero in glass bottles also, which I bent the crap out of this cap, which sucks. I want to save this cap. The Dublin, Texas. I'm sure if you look on like Wikipedia or somewhere, you could probably find some information on that whole Dublin Dr. Pepper controversy. But yeah, I'm gonna drink it out of our little fancy little koozie thing. It's very sweet. It's very good though. It's very vanilla-y, which is probably one of my favorite things about root beer in general. It's very good. It's very sweet. I usually drink like zero or diet because of being diabetic, but I mean every once in a while, this is not going to hurt me to have something like this. It's pretty tasty. Pretty tasty. So anyway, I got my little blues playlist going. I've just been feeling like this music lately. I've been really into the old stuff lately, man. I've been listening to like golden oldies and this, and we're gonna snooze the ad break one more time. But yeah, dude, Outlaw, I hope, man, I hate your situation with the back thing, man. It sucks so bad. I don't even know. I gotta read your thing again because I felt very how do you say? I felt very hopeless when I finished reading your stuff, because it's like what now? I mean, what's up, Deca? How you doing? Also, Crossfire, what's up, dude? We had Crossfire, we had Linux, Outlaw, and Deca. I'll be getting back into Oblivion for a little bit on the PS5 Pro. Dude, I hate that the PC version of this game does not work on my PC. I mean, it works for a while, and then it blue screens. I need to clean out my case. I know there's a bunch of dust in there. It probably wouldn't hurt to reapply thermal paste to the cooler, all that stuff. But I seriously, it's definitely a driver issue based on all the error messages. And I just don't want to reformat and start all over, because that's a pain in the you know what. I'm doing okay, Deca. How you doing? Just drinking a little root beer. Okay, it's not a beer. It's non-alcoholic. The Dublin craft root beer from Dublin, Texas. The Dublin bottling company that used to package Dr. Pepper way back in the day. Like one of the original bottlers of Dr. Pepper. But how you doing? How's life? How's your I don't know. You said you were either dating somebody or something. I don't know what to call it. Um, but hopefully all that stuff's going well for you. I don't want to pry too much, because you're in Kansas for your sister's graduation. Congratulations to your sister. That's graduating's no small feat. Graduating from anything. It's always awesome. It is that time of year though. Actually, funny is I had some people at my church that were in Florida for a graduation. Where's my phone? Here's my phone. We have a Amber Alert here in Texas, down in near Austin. Yeah, the little one is technically graduating from in-person school and transition, like basically, this school year. Wichita, St. Louis home. Is that the best route, or is that the route that y'all wanted to take for some other reason? What was I doing with my phone? I was looking at my thermostat settings on my house. See how. Yeah, I thought it felt warm in here. But that's awesome though. No, it was the cheapest. Okay, I got you. Yo, whatever works, man. Whatever works for sure. I need to watch. I need to watch The Last of Us, the show. I remember playing both games here when the second one released, which was awesome. Still one of my favorite game series to date. But I haven't watched any of the show. And they're like on season 2 now. So I need to do that at some point. Alright, we got Oblivion here. The remake. I don't know, should I be down here or I'm gonna be up here. Which zone almost missed my connecting flight? Ah, that stinks, dude. That really does stink. I don't like connecting flights because it is so freaking anxiety. Like when we flew to New York for my brother-in-law's wedding a few years ago, it was originally a direct flight, which was cool. It's in February, which if you can avoid it, never go to New York in February, or at least don't fly there, because there's something's going to mess up your flight travel. There's usually an ice storm somewhere in the country that's going to jack it up. Pretty much. And that's what happened to us. We had a direct flight to, I want to say it was JFK originally. I don't really remember the original airport we were flying into. There was an ice storm in Dallas that caused our flight to be delayed on the takeoff, and then that same ice storm rode the jet stream to New York, and it caused problems on both sides, basically, both where we were taking off and where we were landing. And they ended up we're like sitting there playing Uno at the airport. We can see our plane. It's sitting there. It's been sitting there for a little bit. And like, I don't know, 30 minutes before our flight's canceled because of the ice storm. So we get another flight that connects in Cleveland. And this one goes to, I think, LaGuardia. There's so many airports in New York. It's crazy. And so, like, we're like, okay, that's cool. Well, then that gets canceled. The connecting flight from Cleveland to New York got canceled while we're still in Dallas. So they canceled us going to Cleveland, but they sent our bags to Cleveland anyway. And then we ended up on another flight that ended up going to Newark in New Jersey. So it's still in New York City. We ended up flying on that one, but they sent our bags to Cleveland. We didn't get our bags until we got home because by the time I was like, because we were only there for a couple of days, and we actually had our clothing, or our nice clothing, we had worked into our carry-on, so we weren't screwed there. But we didn't have any like regular clothes, so we were staying in Brooklyn. We walked to a Target. We bought a bunch of stuff in our Target card, and we got that refunded by American Airlines because they lost our bag. And then they called, and I'm like, yeah, just send it to my house. And like, we landed, we got home, I'm sitting there, and within an hour, a guy from American Airlines shows up at our front door with our luggage. So, I mean, it ended up working out. It wasn't that bad of a deal. It was just funny, right? And so it was a heck of a way to get like $400 worth of free, like just clothes for the three of us. Cause it was, me, the wife, Mama Goof, and Little C. But I flew in Friday morning. I left around 7 from Wichita. I stayed at when we went to Chicago, we drove to Chicago, and like on the way back, we took the long way back, and we stayed at a hotel in Wichita. And that hotel, it was like it was a Marriott something. It wasn't like something swanky, but that was a really, really nice hotel room. It was like a massive suite they gave us. It was just huge, and we had this like view of the city. As little as the city is, it's just Wichita is kind of a crap hole overall. But like its little downtown area looks nice if you get to view it from a high-rise hotel room. Apparently, I don't even know the area very well. I don't know. I assume Pratt's probably a town around there, but. Yeah, because we drove to Chicago, like it was for my daughters. Yeah, Wichita isn't, it's really not. Because we were going to Chicago because my middle daughter needed to go to the hospital there when she was going through her mental health crisis back when she was a teenager. And so when we drove her to Chicago, we drove straight up there because she had to be there for like months. So we were just literally driving her up there, dropping her off at the hospital and leaving. So we drove up there and we came right back. We didn't do any sightseeing or anything because it was kind of a somber trip, just the situation. But then when she got out, we had to head back up there to pick her up. So when we went up there to pick her up, they gave us the day she was being released. And so we drove to like Nashville. We stayed in Nashville. Then we drove up through Cincinnati, Indianapolis into Chicago. Stayed in Chicago, picked her up from the hospital in Chicago either on her birthday or the day before her birthday. And then we went to Wisconsin, and we went to a Cheese Castle place, which was kind of a bust. And then we went to a Jelly Belly like distribution center where they had like a tour that was really, really cool. And then we drove back and we went through Iowa. That's where I tried Taco John's for the first time, which I thought Taco John's was really freaking good. I wish we had Taco John's here. I thought that it was really, really good. And so we drive back through Iowa. We go into Omaha, and we drive by the Omaha Steaks headquarters because Mama Goof, a long time ago, when we met, she worked for Omaha Steaks, so she wanted to see their headquarters. So I was like, cool, go check out their headquarters. Then we dropped down and basically drove through the middle of Kansas, stayed overnight in Wichita, and then drove down through Paris, Texas, Tulsa, Paris, Texas, and then back into Dallas, basically. We were marking off states off of their travel lists, and then also we saw 2 Eiffel Towers on the trip. When we went to Nashville, we stopped in Paris, Tennessee, because they have a Eiffel Tower replica there. And then we had already been to the one in Paris, Texas before, but the middle daughter hadn't. So we stopped there on the way back. And what's funny is Paris, Texas and Paris, Tennessee used to have... I can't worry about my laptop, so I'll catch you later. You much. All right, Decca, take care. Thanks for stopping in. I appreciate it. Have a safe trip. Have a safe travels home. And I'll talk to you later. But yeah, they used to have like this competition. They were trying to like... They kept like adding stuff to their Eiffel Towers about who would... Because Texas built theirs first, and then Tennessee built theirs first and was slightly taller. So Texas wasn't about to be outdone by Tennessee, obviously. And so Texas put a cowboy hat on top of theirs, which made it slightly taller than Tennessee's. And that's where it was left at. And so it's just kind of cool. We went and saw both of them. I think there's another Paris somewhere in the country that also has an Eiffel Tower. But this is cool stuff, man. All right, let's get into this game. If you guys request music, I will turn song requests back, or I will turn music back on. But otherwise, we're just going to rely on the music of this fantastic game. And we're going to pick up where we left off last, which I have no idea where that was, if I'm being honest with you.
My pleasure, really.
The Fighters Guild is a good place to go if you need weapons training.
All right.
I've heard that there are
so
good
I remember
there.
where we were at
Costs
now.
a bit of coin, though. I'd rather go out and practice on my own.
All right, guys, shut up. Anyway, we were seeing Joffrey, whatever his name is, progressing the next level of the main quest, basically. And we just arrived, so we're dealing with that. And that's where we're at. So let's do that, shall we?
Yes.
Anyone looking for work should consider
Sean,
the
how you
Fighters Guild.
doing?
I hear they're always looking for recruits.
I'm Brother Joffrey. What do you want?
Oh, he's kind of rude.
Emperor Uriel? Do you know something about his death?
Seriously, if y'all request any music, I will turn Spotify back on. But for now, we'll rely on the game music a little bit. I'm doing pretty good, Sean. Family's doing good. Out loud. Family's doing pretty good. A pretty chill day today. I mean, we went to breakfast and we did our grocery shopping for the week. Went to Walmart and Sam's because they're right next door to each other. And then we kind of just chilled the rest of the day. We went to this place, man. It's got, I mean, my kid ordered a pancake, and we ordered we had a fajita omelet. Me and the missus, we split it. Then we also ordered a biscuit, and I swear to you, that biscuit was like this freaking big, dude. It was massive. There's like reels and stuff from influencers about this place. If I told you guys where it was at, you'd know where I would live. So, unfortunately, I can't dox myself that badly. All right, so let's see what Jeffrey. So, he's asking me to explain myself. I was there when he died.
You'd better explain yourself. Now.
He gave me the Amulet of Kings.
You brought me the Amulet of Kings? This cannot be. Let me see it.
All right, we're going to give him the amulet.
By the Nine. This is the Amulet of Kings. Who are you? How did you get this? What do you know of the Emperor's death?
Tell the Emperor's last words.
As unlikely as your story sounds, I believe you. Only the strange destiny of Uriel Septim could have brought you to me carrying the Amulet of Kings.
Who is the Prince of Destruction?
The Prince of Destruction he referred to is none other than Mehrunes Dagon, one of the lords of the demonic world of Oblivion. The Emperor's words, "Close shut the jaws of Oblivion," certainly suggest that he perceived some threat from Oblivion. But all the scholars agree that the mortal world is protected from the danger of Oblivion by magical barriers.
How come Oblivion threatens us, then threaten us?
I'm not sure. Only the emperors truly understand the meaning behind the rituals of coronation. The Amulet of Kings is ancient. Saint Alicia herself received it from the gods. It is a holy relic of great power. When an emperor is crowned, he uses the amulet to light the dragon fires at the Temple of the One in the imperial city. With the emperor dead and no new heir crowned, the dragon fires in the temple will be dark, for the first time in centuries. It may be that the dragon fires protected us from a threat that only the emperor was aware of.
The emperor asked me to find his son.
I am one of the few who know of his existence. Many years ago, I served as captain of Uriel's bodyguards, the Blades. One night, Uriel called me into his private chambers. A baby boy lay sleeping in a basket. Uriel told me to deliver him somewhere safe. He never told me anything else about the baby, but I knew it was his son. From time to time, he would ask about the child's progress. Now, it seems that this illegitimate son is the heir to the Septim throne, if he yet lives.
Where can I find Uriel's son?
His name is Martin. He serves Akatosh in the chapel in the city of Kvatch, south of here. You must go to Kvatch and find him at once. If the enemy is aware of his existence, as seems likely, he is in terrible danger. And please, let me know if there's anything you need. My resources here are limited, but I will help in any way I can. I keep a few things here in my chest to resupply traveling blades. Help yourself to whatever you need.
The product is safe. Good day.
Alright, so leather or iron. I think this character has mainly, we've been mainly outfitting with iron. What's up, Hawk? Drawing his head, is bald out. Are you talking about my head? Are you talking? I'm bald too, man. What the hell? But we have iron ourselves, and our stuff is pretty new. Is there anything in the form of weaponry in here? Steel war axe. That could possibly be useful. Still bow and still arrows. All the potions. Dying over here. Well, res, damn it. I'm gonna take the steel claymore too. I don't want to carry this stuff around because it's heavy. So, has your phone been annoying you today? Particularly. We already had a steel bow. Not any more than usual, I should say. I have the steel bow here. We have an iron war axe. I think I'm going to replace that with the steel one we have. A short sword. We'll put the steel claymore in this spot. Yeah, I tell you what, Outlaw. I thought I had these flies kicked, but they are not going away. Running out of ideas. I think it just calls for some deep cleaning, honestly. But it just stinks that we have to go through it while I'm in freaking pain. And they're not going away, and it's just weird. I don't know why. If there's one right now, just fuck with me right now. I don't know what his problem is. I think part of the problem over here is the lighting. All the lights over here attract them. When I turn off the lighting, they're still coming from that bathroom. We still have the plumbing problem we have to figure out. I do need to clean up my cat's litter box. But there's just a lot of flies for it just to be something small like that. The potatoes may have been... I think what we're running into right now is we have a multitude of reasons that they're here, and we're just finding them one by one and taking care of them. And eventually the hope is that either we'll move out of the house into a new house and it won't be our problem anymore, or we'll figure out the problem. The true root cause of the dude just flies into my face. Like, I'm sitting over here before streaming, there's no freaking flies bothering me. And as soon as I turn on these lights, they just fucking flock over here. And it's absolutely ridiculous. And it's freaking exhausting to deal with. What are we talking about? What's up, Straight Blonde? We're talking about a quest to destroy some flying creatures within my vicinity. How you doing? Welcome to the channel. You're like blue. I am doing no fast travel in this, by the way. We are not doing any fast traveling. Do the same thing. There's just too much to explore, man. And it just looks so freaking good. This whole game this remake is just wonderful. We have deer. I'm not gonna bother with them though. Just gonna continue going to Kvatch. Old when it came out, I was like, it came out in 2006, wasn't it? In 2006, was I like 28 when that came out? So a little history to deal with this game, and the stream is back in 2019, February 24th. It was the first time I ever streamed on Twitch, and it was this game that I streamed. So, not the remake, obviously, but the OG. Game is a classic. It should be game of the year. I mean, it was already game of the year. I think like game of the year honestly should be reserved for new content, like new stuff. Personally, letting these developers get off with getting these awards for a remake is like. Hey, I think they should only get it for did that disappear? There was a dude out here. I just saw him. And he just like vanished. I was about to I was about to shoot an arrow right up his butthole. But yeah, I mean, I think it should only be, it shouldn't be remakes. Okay, there's a bedroll here. I don't know who this person was. A warrior and the agent. I don't remember what I selected. I know I'm a warrior. Have you ever boxed a hamster or physically assaulted a hamster before? Give him my answer. What's that supposed to mean? The problem with that question, Big Mac Sauce, welcome to the channel by the way. I do like the name. I do dig some Big Mac Sauce. I have some things that have happened in my life I'm not really too proud of, okay? Maybe that's why I'm having the problem that I'm having. I don't know. Having to deal with hamsters. It's not what you think, okay? It's not nothing like... Oops. We used to like use... I was a crappy kid, okay? I was a really, really crappy kid. Where is... Oh, you punk. I'm gonna ask you a question. I used to take the little army men parachutes. I don't know, remember the little plastic army men? If you're young, you may not know, but little plastic army men used to buy like 1,000 in a thing or whatever, and they come with like these parachutes. We used to throw hamsters off of bridges with the parachutes, and they would just, you know, dangle down. Those were fun, but like really, like the Vincent Thomas Bridge in Long Beach, California. Most of the time they landed safely in the harbor. Sometimes we didn't know where they landed. I can only assume the worst. Alright, we're heading to Kvatch. By the way, I still think that's funny. Maybe that's what's wrong with me and my kind of sick and twisted sense of humor. Is that I still find that extremely comical. Beyond my remorse for doing such a thing. What do you play on? What do you play it on, Blunt? Do you play it on PC or Xbox or PlayStation? PlayStation 5. That's what I'm playing it on. PlayStation 5 Pro to be exact. I did try it on PC, and I have a pretty decent PC, right? I've got an i9 with 128 gigs of RAM and a 3080, M.2 solid state drives. I mean, that's like all I have in it. And this fly is really testing me right now. And the game, even if I turn down the graphics or whatever, it's blue screening my computer, my gaming rig. So, because I have it on Game Pass and it's free there because I have Game Pass, and it just will not cooperate. So I had to start over on PlayStation. I barely even injured him. Oh shit. Oh shit. Oh shit. I wouldn't have any trouble streaming it because I'm using 2 PC setup, but it was blue screening just my gaming rig. That was unbearable. My arrow's back. I'm gonna turn my lights off and see if this fly will just freaking go away. I don't stream from the console itself. That's the way they have that stuff set up is freaking booty. Gotta do it with a capture card. I guess OBS. Because otherwise I won't have all my stuff, man. I have so many copies of this game too. I remember I got the original copy. So when I got the first, which wasn't like Game of the Year or anything. Another bear. It was given to me by a friend, actually a business partner, and it was a copy. It was a disc copy of the game on PC that it had no, and it was original. It was an original, manufactured copy. It wasn't a pirate or anything, but you could copy the disc and the game would play, and you could install from it and everything. There was like no copy protection on it. It was crazy. Have I discovered this place yet? I don't think I've discovered this place yet. Well, it wasn't a bootleg copy. It was an actual original copy. But they, like I said, they didn't put any protection on it. You can sit there and just run copies of it. I created a copy for myself. Oh, crap, look at this dude. Ready to go, mother? You ready to go? Yeah, X2. He did no damage to him when I hit him. I mean, everything else back then was copied. And so I ended up buying the game on both PC and console. And then I ended up getting the anthology pack, which had like all 5 of the Elder Scrolls games in it. And I got a game and then that was for PC. Then I bought it on PlayStation 3. I'm very much a PlayStation guy when it comes down to it. It is still showing. Already looted his ass. I think we've officially discovered this place, right? A slaughterfish. This chest. I've never been an Xbox guy, mainly because I've never been a Microsoft guy. I work in I've got like overall 30 years of experience in IT with a good 2/3 of that specifically in information security. And Microsoft has always been kind of a pain in my tuchus, if you will. So even when it came to video games, I never even got into their products either. Which, now since they own Bethesda, I guess I have no choice to. That is what it is. It's funny is I had a consultant from Canada that I worked with, a Microsoft consultant that I worked with on some projects, and he's like, he works for Microsoft, and he's a PlayStation guy. It was just funny to me. It was just Gears of War, Halo, and others. Yeah, I never really played Halo, and like Gears of War. I have an Xbox 360, basically for Gears of War. It was my late stepfather's Xbox at that. And now I could play it on PC, so it's like it doesn't even matter. It's nostalgic because it was my stepdad's who tragically passed away a while back, and so the only reason I still have it. But I'm saying PC is next for me just because of the Game Pass. Yeah, and I have Xbox Ultimate. I don't even own like a modern Xbox, because between the Game Pass and the cloud gaming, there's just so much. There's so much content on there. I also have PlayStation Plus Premium because of all the content on there. And so I very rarely now buy games because usually I have plenty of stuff on there. Unless I'm buying cheap like simulator games. That's usually what I stream is simulator games. But even now, half the time the devs are giving me the games anyway for stream. So it's like, okay. PC is fun, but it's one of the arguments for PC will never be that PC is cheaper. PC is not cheaper, but it is. I don't know. There's a level of like control over your content, I guess, that you're playing, and console's generally the same as PC gaming anymore, anyway. But at the same time, it's like it's still like kind of boxed and controlled, where PC's really a lot more open, and it's just like it's just America. It's more American. It's freedom, you know. Yeah, we're in some magical, mystical place here. We're still progressing towards Kvatch to find Martin, which is up there. There's Peony. It was supposed to come out on console. I think it's only coming out for PC only now. That's the reason why I want a PC. Well, I played the crap out of City Skylines, the first one, and it's one of my favorite games. But I don't think. I mean, I have obviously City Skylines 2 from Game Pass, but I've never actually even played it. Like, I've seen people play it, and it's like most of the people that play those kind of games that I kind of like care about their opinion don't seem to like it a whole lot. Good job there, buddy. Good job.
What is it, sir?
Just good job.
The Mythic Don have been leaving notes in Talos Plaza. Move along.
Talos Plaza. My friend says they just had it to update it more. Yeah. And maybe that's the case. I'm kind of like, I wouldn't say over those games at the moment. I see some like really cool streamers play that game that are really good at it and really good at like designing and planning and stuff in City Skylines. Like they could probably be IRL city planners, like the city planner in Parks and Rec. Oh, what? It's just a little rat. That's all. And it's like, I feel like my gameplay of that game is so much less than anything those people do. And it's like, I feel kind of intimidated by it. I'm not going to lie. And so I'm like, well, you know, why bother if I can't be that cool? And maybe that's a problem I have that I need to just get over. Alright, we found the road. Here's the map. I thought that was the map. There's enemies nearby, apparently. I have none on my nearby. No games for everybody. I get better overtime. Yeah, I mean, that's true. I mean, practice makes perfect, and there's some games though that you have to have like almost like the right mindset to be like really, really good at. I think, and it's the same for like those same types of tasks IRL. Look at the snow-capped mountains up there. All right, so I think I see the Oblivion gate up there, maybe. But yeah, I mean, some games I just I really like simulation games. I really like games that simulate roles and situations that I can potentially be in IRL, which is why I play a lot of simulation games. There's a wolf. He got like some sort of, he like poisoned me somehow. Is this the way I should be going? What the map? I don't know why. Still getting used to the controls on console. It's kind of nutty. Okay. I was going the right way. I miss the keyboard and mouse controls though, man. It's like more my jam than controller with these games. I also heard, because I'm a huge Fallout fan, as a lot of people are, but there's substantiated rumors that Fallout 3 is getting a remake. And I really, really hope that that's true. With as good as this remake is, and I played Fallout 3 before Bethesda. I played it when it was Interplay and like Fallout 1 and all that stuff. And
Fight you want. It's a fight you'll get.
oh.
Do your worst. Oh, what's the matter? Is the baby gonna cry?
Oh, you scumbag. Did I cast a spell on me or something? And like, one thing I like about these games especially is how I can go back and forth between first person and third person, like, pretty easily. But sometimes I feel like one, sometimes I feel like the other. Like, that transition right there on my PC would have blue screened the PC. Yeah, and sometimes I want to be first person. I just want to be first person sometimes. So, is that a bandit camp? That's not a bandit camp there. Is it? I think that's like my people's camp. Nice rack. Yeah, this is where they come freaking out at you. He's gonna run up to me like, get out, get out. Okay.
Come on, run while there's still time.
You're just
the guard
standing
still
there,
holds
dude.
the road, but it's only a matter of time before they're overwhelmed.
Okay, you think he's been smoking something? Look how red his eyes are. Run from what?
God's blood. You don't know, do you? Deidre overran Kvatch last night. There were glowing portals outside the walls, gates to Oblivion itself. There was a huge creature, something out of a nightmare, came right over the walls, blasting fire that swarmed around
Take a
it,
nap, dude.
killing.
Wall City can't be destroyed.
Go and see for yourself. Kvatch is a smoking ruin. We're all that's left. Do you understand me? Everyone else is dead.
Elf looks like his parents are related somehow. Damn. So slow. How did you escape?
It was Savli and Matthias. Some of the other guards helped some of us escape. They cut their way out, right through the city gates.
Like the Joe Dirt of
Savli
elves.
says they can hold the road. No, I don't believe him. Nothing can stop them. If you'd seen it, you'd know. I'm getting out of here before it's too late. They'll be here any minute, I'm telling you. Run when you can.
Later, bro. Later, bro. Funny because if you fast travel over here, I think it fast travels you right to that guy, so you don't see that he's just standing there.
Anger keeps me going.
I've looked everywhere. Perhaps she's still in Kvatch, in a basement hiding.
It's possible. Or maybe she got out and she's
I
looking
just
for you,
can't
too.
sleep.
I'm just lucky
I
to be
lie
alive.
down and close
I'm
my
angry.
eyes, but I can't
I
stop
want to
thinking
stay
about
angry. That anger keeps me going.
Alright.
Hope is gone. The Imperial line is dead. The Covenant is broken. The enemy has won. Enough talk.
Yeah, exactly. There's the sky starts turning red as we get closer. Oh, thanks for that follow, man. I appreciate that. Welcome in. There's some information there. Other social media links and Discord, the Twitter, all that fun stuff.
Stand back, civilian. This is no place for you. Get back to the encampment at once.
What happened here?
We lost the damn city. That's what happened! It was too much. Too fast. We were overwhelmed. Couldn't even get everyone out. There are still people trapped in there. Some made it to the chapel, but others were just run down in the streets. The Count and his men are still holed up in the castle. And now we can't even get back into the city to help them. That damned Oblivion gate blocking the way.
What will you do now?
The only thing we can do. We'll try to hold our ground, that's what. If we can't hold this barricade, those beasts could march right down and overrun the encampment. I have to try and protect the few civilians that are left. It's all I can do now. My home! My goddamn home in flames! It kills me that I can't get in there and do something! We couldn't have been any less prepared for this. Seems like they came out of nowhere. There were just so many of them. If only I had a way to strike back at the enemy. But we can't leave the barricade until that Oblivion gate is closed. You mean the priest? Last I saw him, he was leading a group towards the chapel of Akatosh. If he's lucky, he's trapped in there with the rest of them, at least safe for the moment. If he's not...
Oblivion Gate.
Some kind of portal to Oblivion. The enemy used them to attack the city. They appeared outside the walls and Daedra poured out. They've opened one right in front of the city gates. Until that gate is closed, the best I can do is try to hold these barricades. You want to help? You're kidding, right? If you're serious, maybe I can put you to use. It'll likely mean your death, though. Are you sure?
Yeah, why not?
I don't know how to close this gate, but it must be possible, because the enemy closed the ones they opened during the initial attack. You can see the marks on the ground where they were, with the great gate right in the middle. I sent men into the gate to see if they could find a way to shut it. They haven't come back. If you can get in there, find out what happened to
Go
them.
off cam for a
If
little bit,
they're
guys.
alive, help them finish the job. If not, see what you can do on your own. The best I can say is good luck. If you make it back alive, we'll be waiting for you. Good luck. It's a brave thing you're doing. Do your worst!
Best you can do? You're pathetic! That's the best you can do?
You need to be careful not to like
That's the
hit
best you
them.
can do! This ends here!
I'm going in, boys. I'm going in. I think I'm very proficient with that weapon.
Thank the Nine. I never thought I'd see another friendly face. The others taken. They were
Funny to
taken to
assume
the
that I'm
tower.
a friendly face. It's all right. What's going
Captain Matthias sent us in to try and close the gate. We were ambushed, trapped, and picked off. I managed to escape, but the others are strewn across the bridge. They took Minion off to the big tower. You've got to save him. I'm getting out of here.
on? Fine, Captain Mateus needs your help.
The captain is still holding the barricade. I figured I was the last one left alive. All right, I'll try to get out.
All right, get out. Another claymore. I'm over encumbered though. Hmm. Yeah, it doesn't look like we're very far from. We're heading the wrong way. Almost got me. I should get him though. Alright, man, I am already dozing off. It's barely 11 o'clock. Ooh, gold in the flashy, Hey, what's up, Brian? How you doing, man? More rocks. Doing good. Good to hear, man. Hope you had a very nice weekend. It's about to break. Alright. Ready for the quiet dialogue here. Just I'm playing through here. I'm a little bit tired tonight too, so I do apologize there as well. Yay. Or the blood feast. My ass beat. Oh, I died. Oh, man. Yeah, I said it was gonna be a short stream. I'm getting tired already, guys. I gotta work in the morning. So I gotta call for that CT scan tomorrow. Hopefully that goes well, dude. Lucy had to get a CT scan on her for the nosebleed stuff, and they found some other stuff they want to do an MRI on, but our actual doctor doesn't think that's necessary because they did find that she had a sinus infection, which may have been actually what was causing the nosebleeds. So she just has to take some antibiotics, and we'll see about it. Yeah, I forgot about the CT scan thing. I was trying to figure out what your next step was with it because I couldn't remember what you had to do next. But guys, I appreciate everybody stopping by. I'm very tired. Like I said, I have work in the morning. Let me get over here to this guy. So yeah. Thank you guys so much though, man. I will be back tomorrow night. Even if my goal is even if I go live for an hour, if I got the free time, I'll go live for an hour. As long as it's not too late to where we mess up Linux's streak. I'm trying to go live earlier also to try to just get the time that time, but honestly, that's been a struggle that I've been losing. I've been going live later from attempting to go live earlier for some reason. So it is what it is. But I appreciate y'all, man. Thank you for stopping by. Let's run these credits. Here we go. Get the music playing again. But you guys have a great night, man. Love y'all. I'll be back tomorrow. We're going to find somebody to raid out to because we do. Let's see who we can pass on the love to here. Yeah, if we have anybody playing tonight. They're just people chilling. Dude, I am exhausted. Honestly, I really shouldn't be this tired. I really shouldn't be. I'm not seeing really anybody I want to raid that we haven't raided recently. Try not to just raid the same person over and over again. Hey, Blunt, thanks for being here, man. I appreciate you. I will be live again tomorrow night about the same time. If you're interested in joining the Discord, the YouTube is where I store all my VODs. There's 3 or 4 years now worth of content on YouTube. It's just the VOD storage, and then the Discord as well as Twitter, which I'm probably gonna take Twitter off there because I'm not using Twitter that much anymore because it's kind of dead these days for stream promotions. Let me see. We're gonna sort these low to high, and we'll find somebody decent who's playing this game who has a pretty low viewer count. We'll try to make we don't have a huge viewer count here, but if somebody's just got 1 or 2, you might actually make their night, especially if they're a pretty new streamer. There's a lot of people playing right now. I wanted to play this last night, but we played Drug Dealer Sim 2, and then the OBS kept crashing, and I never even got to switch over. And I don't even know. I want them to have a camera. I want them to have good panels set up, you know? I don't want somebody who's just obviously not really making an effort. Usually try to rate somebody who's kind of, you know, putting in an effort, but I see much out here. I think we're gonna raid this guy. He's not playing Oblivion, but he is playing something else. Another Crab's Treasure. I think Outlaw played this game, maybe. It seemed rather interesting. So, go ahead and raid over there. Let me get this raid going for you guys. But seems like a cool guy. I'm following him, so he's somebody I've followed from another community, I think. So anyways, guys, I love y'all. Take care of yourselves. Don't be too hard on yourselves. Do the best you can. Life will work itself out. Don't worry about what's fair and what's not. Just do your best. Anyway, peace out. See you guys tomorrow night. If I do have to cancel, I'll let y'all know in Discord. Otherwise, I don't see any reason why I won't be here. Anyway, peace out, y'all.